Guys, can I get your number?
Oh, TikTok. An app where, as long as you have the ability to not become embarrassed in any sort of situation, there is a good chance that you can become famous in about 5 days. I feel like over the last 6 months or so, I've been seeing a trend of TikTok moving into sort of the territory that YouTube was in from like 2014 to 2016, where people are blowing up left and right from just doing unconventional things in a public setting. And real quick, sorry if you hear a lot of popping. I left my pop filter at home. I'm not at home right now, so you're gonna hear some plosives, but I'm trying my best to keep these lips under control, so just bear with me, okay? Big C the Don, our latest addition to the TikTok family here on this channel. Now this guy, does nothing but go into public elevators, I think. Might be a subway. I don't really know what I'm looking at in his videos. And just yells and talks kinda funny. Really high quality content, I know. At least 527,000 people seem to think so, so hey, I figured we'd give it a shot, see what all the hype's about. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Welcome to my abode, everyone. Welcome.
Alrighty, there's just a lot of bad stuff going on already, and we've only been watching for like 15 seconds, so that's never a good sign. I gotta come out and say it, I absolutely hate the use of the phrase NPC, because normally the people calling other people NPCs are the most uninteresting people alive, and then what? Telling NPCs weird things? You are literally just making loud noises, and speaking unintelligibly. You're not telling them anything.
Please do not obstruct.
Reuben, Lieutenant Trapiste, what is that at the end of your tip, Naruto? Oh, don't worry, it is nothing but a star-spangled nymph. I was accompanied by 2 adult workers and Mordecai. After the adult worker would then proceed to go down the road, get my blow, medication I call it.
This has gotta be like the most evil place to do this. If you want to go out and do this in like a mall or something, sure, whatever, I don't care. But doing it in a confined space where nobody can escape and just has to sit there and act like they're not hearing you speak, that is pretty messed up, not gonna lie.
And, you know, induce it all. I then had to proceed to make one special sound in order to, you know, get them off of me. Stay silent if you don't like to hear.
I'm actually surprised you recognise Naruto.
Thank you all for listening. You have been educated by... The Don! Thanks. Thank you, Reuben. That's a good video.
Do people not feel weird doing this to other people? Like, doing this just in general is weird, but I would not be comfortable going out in public and just recording people in an elevator just for my own personal gain. Especially not when I'm doing this, but just in general. And yes, I know you're allowed to record people in public, but that's one of those things that if you are constantly having to quote that, you're probably doing something weird. I feel like most people would find doing this weird regardless of context.
Welcome to my abode, everyone. Welcome.
Look at the absolute fear on this mother's face. I mean, can you really blame her? I mean, we have the privilege of knowing that this is just a stupid TikTok. Can you imagine walking into an elevator alone with this guy and he just starts rambling about how this elevator is his home and stuff? I mean, I would feel like I was in genuine danger.
Mordecai's Chronicles, chapter 69, page 169. Anyone in here heard of a story on a man named Mordecai? Right, well, let me go ahead then. Upon a summer's morning, Mordecai was spotted amongst 30, not 40, not 50, but 69 adult workers. Guys, do you mind if I, rack up a line of the good stuff?
Who thinks of stuff like this? I mean, seriously. I know the answer is right in front of me, but I'm just asking generally, like, who wakes up in the morning and decides, you know what, I'm gonna go put on a green pointy hat, dress up like a gnome child, walk into a public elevator, and record strangers as I harass them on their commute to work. Like, you can't even appreciate it because it's funny. The stuff he's saying is just painfully unfunny, if anything. And then to just be subjecting people to this on an elevator, do this somewhere people can walk away from you at the very least.
Oh, yes, Mordecai. Perfect. Sure. He then proceeded to make one sound after a little bit of an OD on the substances. Stay silent if you don't like to hear. Thank you all for listening. You have been educated by...
Mordecai.
Nope. They're done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
I really just don't understand these videos at all. Like, I don't even understand how we got to the point of making these. I keep expecting there to be a punchline or something, some end to the story, something that's actually, I don't know, kind of funny, but it's just rambling nonsense accompanied by occasional screaming. Is that really what passes as entertainment now? Is this comedy to some people? I mean, I know I ask that in like every video I make about a TikToker, but I mean, like, I know a lot of people. I went to school my entire life, got a lot of family members, lots of online acquaintances, and I don't think I could find a single person who would find this funny or entertaining. Who is the audience for this? Where are they?
Peeping Pete, what does that happen to be by the surface of your rear? Daddy Don, it's nothing bad. It's just a little problem I had with my breath.
Is anybody getting any of this? I mean, could somebody give me like a transcript for this video? Because I'm not understanding a single word that's being said. You know, maybe this is like the funniest TikTok ever made, but I just can't follow it. Like, this is our third video, and I think the only word I know I've heard is Mordecai.
Your grandpa, Peeping Pete? Is he really pumping rears at such young people? When I got pumped, I was only about 12, and you're 7, you bastard! I then had to make one sound in order to project Peeping Pete off of me. Stay silent if you don't like to hear. Not funny, by the way. Thank you all for listening. You have been educated by... Sorry if it's loud. Yeah. They're done! Thank you. Are there any hotels that want my number in here? Guys, can I get your number?
This is one of the problems with TikTok, and it kind of relates to how easy it is for one video to get absolutely gigantic from nothing. I mean, you can have 0 followers and post a video and have it get like 50 million views. So people do one video and it gets super duper popular, and then they feel like they have to make that same video for the next 70 years. I bet this guy made a video making these noises and talking about educating people once, and it got really big, and he's been doing it ever since to try and recreate that. I can't really think of another explanation for him to keep making the same jokes over and over and over again. Well, guys, how do you feel? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you say that you want to end up in an elevator with this guy? Right now, I'm nearing a strong 2. The only reason it's not a direct 1 is because I'm kinda digging the hat. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
Subscribe.